All right, we are here with TravisBrowne at Glendale Fighting Club. Travis will be fighting Brendan Schaub at UFC 181 in Las Vegas in December. First of all, Travis, thank you very much for the time. We appreciate it.
Sure, no problem.
So, since we're here in Glendale Fighting Club, what brought you here?
Coach Edmond's technical aspect of the sport and his knowledge. I saw, I've been following, maybe like Ronda and stuff, and just seeing how she's been developing in her striking. It's been noticeable. I'm not necessarily just focused on her, but it's noticeable that she's getting a lot better in her stand-up. Then also I saw Road to the Octagon show with Jake Ellenberger when he fought Robbie Lawler, and I really liked what he was doing on the camera and how he was holding the mitts and what he was showing Jake, and that's just something I saw that I needed, and so I sought him out. I asked around for his number, and I called him, left him a message, texted him, and just try to get a hold of him and see if we can meet up sometime, just to get some work in. Once my hand had healed after Verdum, we've been going ever since July 4th weekend. Actually, when Wanda fought, that was our first time, his first time holding mitts for me and coaching me.
So it's been about 4 months. What kind of progress have you seen?
Oh man, I'm completely different, and I feel comfortable fighting the way that I'm fighting now, and sparring and stuff. Sometimes, when you adapt a new style or new techniques, sometimes you don't feel as comfortable in the cage or during sparring, and kind of go back to your old ways. Now I feel comfortable with what he's shown me and implementing the game plan and the new techniques that he's shown me.
You came out of that Verdum fight against Fabricio Verdum, the broken hand, some other injuries, but it was a tough loss, injuries aside. What did you learn from that fight?
I learned that I wasn't ready to challenge for the heavyweight title yet, and that's my goal. That's the only reason I'm here. I'm not, the only reason I'm here is to be one of the greatest. I'm not here to be second place, not to quote Ricky Bobby or anything, but second place is just the first loser,
And then, of course, you're fighting Brendan Schaub at UFC 181. What do you see in Brendan as a fighter?
Yeah, he's a pretty good athlete. He's coming from a football background. He's got some decent hands and good takedowns, and he's been really working hard on his ground game. He's just as dangerous as anybody else in the division, as the heavyweight division. One punch changes everything. So, hats off to him. He's been doing good.
There was, he made a comment about the fact that you were training with Edmond, and he felt it played to his advantage because he's familiar with Edmond. Did you take much away from that, or do you care about that at all?
No, I don't really care about that. Everybody's at a certain place in their career, and sometimes stuff like that, when you're talking about somebody else and possibly talking negative about somebody, you need to watch what you say. But at the end of the day, the greatest thing about this sport is the most direct form of accountability of what you say. Because at the end of the day, he's going to have to get in the cage with me. And he was talking about, now a part of my family, so.
And finally, how excited are you to finally get back in the octagon?
Oh, man, I've been chomping at the bit. Not only do I try to push myself day to day, but, that nasty taste I have left in my mouth from the Verdum fight, and knowing where I was and where I should have been, and what I should have been doing this summer, and all this shoulda, woulda, coulda bullshit just eats at me. So I can't wait to get in there and, in a sense, right the wrongs that were done, and get back on my path, and just continue winning and pushing forward.
All right. Well, we look forward to seeing you back in the octagon. UFC 181 against Brendan Schaub, Las Vegas, Mandalay Bay Event Center. TravisBrowne, thank you so much for the time.
Thanks, man.
All right.